This is the culmination of years of training.
Three, two, one, go! Hello, fellow people of the digital world. I am the Tiefling of Trouble, Jenny Blaze, and Happy New Year, everybody! We are moving into year 2025, which, gonna be honest, feels really weird to me. So, people know that I'm a Power Rangers fan, and so one of the shows that I grew up with in the past was Power Rangers SPD. And despite a lot of the, I don't know how exactly to phrase it, but you get what I mean, I still enjoy SPD and its Japanese original Deca Ranger, but either way, that's not the point. This show was set during the year 2025, which feels weird to me that we're now entering into 2025, you know? It's like, how did we get here? And I actually find that interesting, because apparently in Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, they actually made reference to New Tech City, which is the place where Power Rangers SPD takes place. And considering that that show, you know, aired in 2023, it's clear that they were setting up for Power Rangers SPD. You know, I honestly find it really weird when it's like, you know, they give us a certain date and then we end up passing that date and it's like, the future is nothing like what they say. Like, I'm also a big Back to the Future fan. And when I first watched Back to the Future 2, you know, it was set in 2015, you know? And so, when we finally got to 2015, like, I was in college, and I didn't see any flying cars anywhere, you know? Maybe Marty changed the future more than we thought. God. It worries me what's going to happen when we reach some of those numbers, like, 2035 was, an important year for certain Kamen Rider shows, namely Kamen Rider Kiva, I believe, and Kamen Rider Drive as well. So that'll be interesting to see. I forget when the Terminator takes place. Actually, I can look that up. Yeah, it was set in 2029, which is like 4 years from now. Like, let's hope that the certain political climate does not get so bad that we end up in Terminator franchise. Yeah, I'd rather not have a Terminator future. Either way, we're not here to talk about politics. We're here to talk about how the year went. Though, admittedly, how the year went kind of ties into politics, considering it was an election year, and, honestly, aside from the obvious, it does feel like people in 2024 have gotten a lot more hateful. And, you know, this has been a thing, like, pretty much for the last 10 years, you know? 2016, 2020. It just seems like there's a lot of really hateful people, you know? Yeah, I talked about it a bunch during Monstober of just, I wish that people weren't so racist and sexist and homophobic and transphobic, and it's like, you'd think that we have improved since the 18 and 1900s, which we have, but it doesn't feel like it's been enough. And I am hoping that there is going to be some change for the world. We could all lock ourselves up in despair, but that's not going to change anything. We gotta pick ourselves up, and we gotta strive towards that new future. And, you know, that's what I'm planning on doing myself. 2024 was definitely a very interesting year for me. I initially started the year off being like, yeah, I'm gonna pick myself back up, and I'm gonna do more things, and in some senses I have. I ended up getting a new job that I personally really enjoy, and it's been able to help me pay the bills around here. I mean, luckily I just have to pay my own bills, not the bills of my roommates, but still. And, you know, that job is really fun. For those wondering, I do math tutoring. If any of my students end up seeing these videos, I'm sorry for the absolute cringe that you are seeing your beloved math tutor put onto this channel, but that's just how I am, you know me. You know, I've made a lot of new friends. There's also been a bit of, you know, troublesome times. There was a point where I felt like quitting YouTube, partially due to some of the allegations against Chigga Conroy, and I'm glad that everything got cleared up in that regard. Like, I've always been a massive fan of Chugga's work. He's one of my biggest inspirations, and I am glad that, you know, he was able to explain himself and that people are starting to forgive him, you know? So, you know my thoughts on the Chugga Conroy war, as it seems. Honestly, I just hope the best for Emil, like, I really do. You know, and I also hope the best for, you know, Tim and John as well, like, you know, I hope for the best for a lot of people. Because I value life in its individual forms. Speaking of which, that's another thing that, like, made me really happy in 2024. I became an aunt. Like, I am, that feels unreal to me. Like, I now have this adorable baby niece in my life. She's around 6 months at the time of recording this. Well, obviously, at the time that... Yeah, as of when I'm recording this, you know, December 31st, January 1st, 2024, 2025, she is 6 months old, and I love her with all of my heart, and it does seem like her being in our lives has brought me and my brother closer together. Like, I feel a lot closer to my brother now, just like, I highly doubt that you will ever be watching this, bro, but I love you. Just want to say that, and, this is what happens when I record myself unscripted. These Jenny Unscripteds, I guess that to bring that about, like, I really enjoy doing these Jenny Unscripteds, you know? I felt really accomplished doing Monstober, and I definitely want to try doing more Jenny Unscripteds, but I feel like I need to think of more topics in order to do these Jenny Unscripteds. But yeah. I guess that segues into the future a little bit, of some of the stuff that I want to do in 2025, and hopefully I'll be able to get them done in 2025. I did tease a Blinks 2 retrospective, and I did want to get it done. All of the footage, all the gameplay footage has been recorded. I called upon my good friend Miku DS to help me with recording these. By the by, he recently posted a speedrunning tutorial doing it's segmented into all of the different stages of Blinks, of Blinks the Time Sweeper. I highly, highly recommend you go and check it out. Like, he is a super sweet guy, and I just want you to go check out his videos, because he's pretty cool, and he is bringing attention to this long-dead franchise that I miss oh so very much. Yeah. But I do want to get that Blinks 2 retrospective done. I've just been putting it off, and speaking of putting it off, so back in 2023, near the end of 2023, Nando V Movies made his last one scene compilation thing, and while I'm definitely over a year overdue for that, I do still want to make a one last scene video, so hopefully we'll be able to get it in 2025. it won't really fit the context, but this is something that's been long in the making. Like, I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while. I will say, it is Xenoblade related, and it has heavy spoilers, so if you haven't played Xenoblade 1 or Xenoblade 2, or Xenoblade 3 for that matter, I highly recommend you play those games, or watch a Let's Play, maybe watch Chugga Conroy's Let's Play of those two games, before you end up watching the video, when it finally comes out. Speaking of which, I still want to do that Amalthus video, and it's like, I'm finally ironing out the kegs, and I'm figuring out what I want to talk about with that, so that'll be something on the back burner for 2025. And one other thing that I really want to do is, I want to try doing Twitch streaming. I don't know how long it'll take for me, but a couple of my friends have been really helping me out with getting some of the resources to actually do Twitch streaming, and one of my roommates has been bugging me, being like, Jenny, you should do Twitch streaming, you know that you'd love it, and I'm like, yes, I know. Like, shout out to that roommate there. I don't want to, breach any sort of privacy, obviously, by saying her name, but, she knows who she is, and I appreciate her a ton, and so, yeah, look forward to that. I'll probably make an announcement of it on YouTube or on my Bluesky, because I finally started posting to Bluesky a lot more. And yeah, you guys probably noticed that in the description, it changed from being Twitter to being Bluesky, because I don't want to involve myself with a social media site that is going to promote fascism, I feel like that's a kind of a cold take, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can look me up on Bluesky. It's Jenny Blaze Bluesky social, whatever the actual Bluesky name is, like yeah, jennyblaze.bluesky.social. Like, the sheer fact that I was able to get Jenny Blaze as my social, or as the handle for that, is so great. I love that so much. Because I know that there's like another Jenny Blaze, and it's like, I probably shouldn't make arch nemesis, but it's like, but hey, that's not going to change who I am, because I'm Jenny, and I still love the name Jenny Blaze, so hey, if there's another Jenny Blaze out there in the world, let's just be Jenny Blaze together, am I right? But yeah, I guess that's all I really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to, give a small look back on the year, especially since I didn't get to do one of those April Fool's update videos. I was still deep in depression during that. Also, SakuraCon was that same week, so wasn't able to do much with that. Oh yeah, just speaking of conventions, I've really been enjoying going to conventions and getting to meet up with all of my friends and stuff. I love going to SakuraCon, and I've been going to Everfree Northwest a lot more as well. Definitely plan on going to Everfree Northwest in 2025. Obviously going to SakuraCon in 2025. Might go to Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I was able to go there this past year, or in September, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. If you're one of the almost 200 subscribers that I have, and you end up going to any of those conventions, don't be afraid to say hi. I'll, for SakuraCon and Everfree, I'll probably be doing volunteering, so you'll probably meet me there. You'll probably see me in one of my cosplays that I will probably post on Bluesky and stuff, just being like, hey, look at this cool cosplay that I'm doing. But yeah, this was all just kind of to make a little end-of-the-year video, just one more end-of-the-year Unscripted to pave the way for 2025, and hopefully we make it a good year. To quote Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic 06, Even if the world becomes my enemy, I'll never stop fighting for what I believe in, or whatever it was. You know, it'll pop up on screen. I'll probably, like, do a visual of that. But yeah, we just gotta keep fighting strong, people. Because the world ain't gonna change itself, you know? To quote Goku, "If I don't, who will?" And then he hits you with a dragon fist. If only we could hit all bad guys with a dragon fist, you know? Anyways, that's all I have to say for right now, so I've been trying to end this off for a couple minutes now, but yeah. Until next time, y'all, this is the Tiefling of Trouble, Jenny Blaze, and for the last time in 2024, I am saying, shine on, Tieflings and Tieflets!